The number 12 is hidden everywhere, in the tribes of Israel, in Jesus' disciples, even in the time that governs our lives. But what does it really mean? Is it just a number, or the key to a secret order of the universe, encoded in the Bible? Get ready, because today you will discover how the number 12 connects heaven and earth, past and future, and reveals a divine plan that few have dared to decipher. And by the end, you will never look at the number 12 the same way again. Let's begin this journey. Everything starts with the 12 tribes of Israel, 12 sons of Jacob, each giving rise to a tribe, each tribe representing an essential part of God's people. But why 12? Is it just a random number, or does it hold a deeper meaning? These 12 tribes not only formed the nation of Israel, but also symbolized divine completeness and unity. Each tribe had its role, its territory, its mission. Judah, for example, was the royal tribe from which the Messiah would come. Levi was the priestly tribe, responsible for worshiping God. Benjamin, the warrior tribe, and so on. Together, they were the foundation of a greater plan, a nation that would carry God's promise to the world. But here's the mystery. The number 12 did not stop with the tribes. It echoed throughout history, appearing at crucial moments in the Bible. And that brings us to the next chapter of this story. Before we continue, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because in the next videos we'll explore even more mysteries that you won't want to miss. When Jesus began his ministry, he chose 12 disciples. Not 10, not 15, but 12. Why? The answer may lie in the 12 tribes of Israel. Just as the tribes formed the foundation of God's people in the Old Testament, the 12 disciples were chosen to establish a new spiritual era. Peter, the leader; John, the beloved disciple; Matthew, the tax collector, and so on. Each disciple represented a piece of this divine puzzle. But here's the twist. Even after Judas's betrayal, the number 12 was maintained. Matthias was chosen to complete the group. This shows us that the number 12 is not just symbolic, but essential to God's plan. And that leads us to an intriguing question. Where else does the number 12 appear in the Bible? The answer may lie in time, an element that also seems to be governed by this mysterious number. The number 12 even governs time. 12 months in a year, 12 hours in a day, 12 hours in a night. Is this just a coincidence, or is there a divine order behind it? In the Bible, time is sacred. Jewish festivals such as Passover and Yom Kippur follow a 12-month cycle. The Hebrew calendar itself is based on 12 full moons. But here's the mystery. The number 12 also appears in the book of Revelation, where a woman clothed with the sun has a crown of 12 stars. This suggests that the number 12 is not just about time, but about the connection between heaven and earth. And that brings us to the next chapter of this story, where the number 12 appears again, this time in a heavenly vision that promises a glorious future. In the book of Revelation, the New Jerusalem is described as a city with 12 gates, each guarded by an angel and inscribed with the name of one of the 12 tribes of Israel. But why 12 gates? Is it just a symbolic description? Or is there a deeper meaning? These gates represent the completeness of God's plan. They are accessible to all, yet they also hold a mystery. Each gate is made of a single pearl, symbolizing something precious and unique. And here's the twist. The city also has 12 foundations, each bearing the name of one of the 12 apostles. This shows us that the number 12 is the key to understanding the connection between the Old and New Testaments, between Israel and the Church, between the past and the future. And that leads us to an even more intriguing question. What else can the number 12 reveal about the secret order of the universe? The answer may lie in the fruits of the tree of life, which also carry the seal of this sacred number. In the book of Revelation, the tree of life is described as bearing 12 fruits, each corresponding to a month of the year. But what does this mean? Is it merely a metaphor for divine provision, or is there a deeper meaning? These 12 fruits symbolize the fullness of the life that God offers. a life that is sustained and renewed month after month. But here's the mystery. The tree of life is not just a promise for the future. It also reminds us of the Garden of Eden, where it all began. And this leads us to an intriguing question. Could the number 12 be a key to understanding not only the future, but also the origins of humanity? The answer may lie in the 12 stones of the high priest's breastplate, which bore the names of the tribes of Israel. In the Old Testament, the high priest of Israel wore a breastplate adorned with 12 precious stones, each representing one of the 12 tribes. But why 12 stones? Was it just a symbol of unity, or was there a deeper meaning? These stones not only represented the tribes, but also served as a reminder of God's presence among his people. Each stone was unique in color and brilliance, symbolizing the diversity and individuality of each tribe. But here's the mystery. The breastplate was also used to seek God's will, as if the 12 stones formed a kind of divine code. And this leads us to another intriguing question. Could the number 12 be a key to deciphering God's will? The answer might be found in the 12 constellations of the zodiac, which some believe were used by God to convey his message. Did you already know these facts? Leave a comment if you've heard of them before. Let's discuss. The zodiac consists of 12 constellations, each representing an astrological sign. But what does this have to do with the Bible? Is it just a coincidence, or is there a deeper meaning? Some scholars believe that the 12 constellations were originally created by God as a way to communicate his message to the world. Each constellation, they argue, tells a part of the story of redemption, from the virgin who gives birth to the lion who triumphs. But here's the mystery. Over time, the zodiac was corrupted, becoming associated with astrology and the worship of false gods. And this leads us to another intriguing question. Could the number 12 be a key to deciphering not just the story of redemption, but also God's plans for the future? The answer might lie in the 12 stars that crown the woman in Revelation. In the book of Revelation, a woman clothed with the sun and with the moon under her feet is described as wearing a crown of 12 stars. But who is this woman? And what do the 12 stars represent? Some believe the woman symbolizes Israel, while others see her as a representation of the church. The 12 stars, in turn, could represent the 12 tribes of Israel or the 12 apostles. But here's the mystery. The woman is about to give birth to a child who will rule all nations. And this leads us to an intriguing question. Could the number 12 be a key to understanding not just the past and the present, but also the glorious future that God has prepared for humanity? The answer may lie in the 12 foundations of the New Jerusalem, which bear the names of the 12 apostles. In the book of Revelation, the New Jerusalem is described as having 12 foundations, each adorned with precious stones and inscribed with the name of one of the 12 apostles. But why 12 foundations? Is it just a symbol of stability, or is there a deeper meaning? These foundations represent the spiritual base of the city, built upon the testimony of the apostles. Each precious stone has a unique color, symbolizing the diversity and beauty of God's work. But here's the mystery. The 12 foundations also remind us of the 12 tribes of Israel, showing that God's plan is to unite the Old and New Testaments into a single story of redemption. And this leads us to another intriguing question. Could the number 12 be a key to understanding the unity of the divine plan? The answer may lie in the 12 gates of the city, each made of a single pearl. The 12 gates of the New Jerusalem are made of giant pearls, each guarded by an angel and inscribed with the name of one of the 12 tribes of Israel. But why pearls? Is it just a symbol of wealth, or does it carry a deeper meaning? A pearl is formed through a long and painful process where an injury is transformed into something precious. This could symbolize the suffering of Christ, who was wounded for our transgressions, but whose sacrifice granted us access to God's presence. But here's the mystery. The 12 gates are always open, suggesting that salvation is available to all, yet they also hold a secret. Each gate is unique, just like each tribe of Israel. And this leads us to an intriguing question. Is the number 12 a key to understanding both the universality and the uniqueness of God's plan? The answer may lie in the 12 water sources of the city. Let's keep going, but before we do, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. If you're enjoying this content, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. In the New Jerusalem, there are 12 water sources, each flowing from the tree of life. But what does this mean? Is it just a symbol of life, or does it carry a deeper significance? Water is essential for life, and in the Bible, it often symbolizes the Holy Spirit and eternal life. The 12 water sources could represent the fullness of God's provision, sustaining and renewing His people. But here's the mystery. The water flows in all directions, suggesting that the life God offers is meant for everyone, without distinction. And this leads us to an intriguing question. Is the number 12 a key to understanding the abundance and generosity of God's plan? The answer may lie in the 12 harvests of the tree of life, which bears fruit every month. The tree of life in the New Jerusalem produces 12 harvests of fruit, one for each month of the year. But what does this mean? Is it just a symbol of provision, or is there a deeper significance? These 12 harvests represent the fullness of the wild life that God offers, a life that is constantly sustained and renewed. Each fruit is unique, symbolizing the diversity and richness of God's blessings. But here's the mystery. The tree of life is not just a promise for the future. It also reminds us of the Garden of Eden, where everything began. And this leads us to an intriguing question. Is the number 12 a key to understanding not only the future but also the origins and purpose of humanity? The answer may lie in the conclusion of this journey, where all the pieces of the puzzle come together. The number 12 is not just a number, it is a code, a key that unlocks the doors to understanding, the hidden order of the universe. From the 12 tribes of Israel to the 12 gates of the New Jerusalem, this number appears repeatedly throughout the Bible, connecting heaven and earth, past and future, creation and redemption. It speaks of completeness, of unity, of a divine plan unfolding through history. But here's the final mystery. The number 12 is not just about God, it is also about us. We are part of this story, this plan, this order. The 12 tribes, the 12 disciples, the 12 gates, the 12 stars, all of them point to a profound truth, that we were created to be part of something greater, something eternal. So next time you see the number 12, remember, it is not just a number, it is an invitation to explore the mysteries of God, to discover our place in His plan, and to live with purpose, knowing that we are part of a hidden order that transcends time and space. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Leave a comment sharing what surprised you the most about the number 12 in the Bible. See you next time.